remember that one time the internet got really fixated on that one frame of Sailor Moon? You know, this one? There were so many artists drawing this frame over and over again, all different ways. Their own styles from different media. I'm talking like hyper-realistic, gritty reimaginings, or even drew other characters in the same pose. Anything and everything you could think of. For weeks, it felt like everyone and their creative aunt was just taking a crack at redrawing this now iconic screenshot. And it was happening everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, art forums, you name it. Sailor Moon was sitting there on the page looking back at you. You'd expect me to go ahead and show you my take on it just about now. Well, I completely messed out on that because, well, that was during my art funk phase where, you know, I just wasn't drawing regularly for like 5 years straight there. Well, let me go ahead and get started on my own Sailor Moon redraw. The trend might be long gone by now, but I missed out on it, so I'm going to do my own for selfish reasons. Because I just wanna. So this trend blew up around May 2020, perfectly timed with the way less fun trend, let's say. And I was thinking about it, yeah, that makes sense. The whole world was still in lockdown. Everyone in the world is like out there playing Animal Crossing and, you know, baking bread or whatever. So it makes sense that a whole bunch of artists were looking for something to do. And I mean, the only interacting that you might really got during this time is like online, unless you like lived with someone. So yeah. The image itself is from an episode of Sailor Moon S. Usagi herself, or Serena in the old dub if I remember correctly. I haven't seen much of Sailor Moon outside of it when it like aired on Toonami. She looks shocked or surprised or a bit teary-eyed. Well, she's kind of a crybaby, so that's about right. Now, how did it actually start? It's hard to like pinpoint one single origin point for every, you know, viral trend. Most pin the initial surge to like Japanese artists on Twitter. I mean, it makes sense that it caught on. Sailor Moon is like one of the most recognizable characters of all time and, you know, was one of the first ones to make a giant splash in the United States in the 90s alongside Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing, and Pokemon. So I'm sure nostalgia played right into it. Maybe it was like a bit of a comfort thing. But yeah, with every piece of art you make, of course there's that fun element to it. But if you're anything like me, you try with every single drawing to learn and improve in addition to the fun. And trying a lot of different things always helps. When I try a new subject or a technique, through the process I found a new way to like draw hair or a tree branch or something. What can we learn from doing a screen cap redraw then? Well, let me tell you. I think screen cap redraws are like a great tool for like growth and study. Of course, like it probably isn't ideal if the screen cap redraw are the only thing that you ever do. I mean, doing nothing but gesture drawings for practice is only going to get you like so far too. It's just like one type of practice out of several different others that you also need to be doing to get better. Firstly, it forces you to take in the composition and framing of the screen cap image. When you redraw it in an existing image, even if you aren't doing it for your like own spin on it, you just want to like replicate it. You're still not just copying the drawing, you're dissecting it. And, you know, trying to be conscious of why you're putting that line there and that shape there. You start to notice why the original shot works. How is the character positioned within the frame? Where's their pose exactly? What's the negative space doing? These are like lessons in visual storytelling that you might not consciously think about when you're creating something from scratch, especially when you don't have the experience to actually pull from. By replicating them, you're internalizing them. It's like reverse engineering the original artist's thought process. Secondly, it's a good thing if you're trying to get like an understanding of someone's art style. Drawing frames and going from line to line, you know, consciously can help you establish how another artist draws the way that they do. Why do they draw their eyes like this? Or their hair? Or their mouths? How thick are their lines? What proportions are their faces? I've done this previously in other videos like my Lady Killer video and countless Ultimate Spider-Man videos, just copying their art styles. Personally, for this drawing, I'm not too interested in drawing in the Sailor Moon art style, so I'll stick to my own. But if I wanted to, this would be the perfect time to do that. Thirdly, one of the most important things to nail down is understanding the expression and the emotions. This helps art not feel boring and soulless and emotionless. The Sailor Moon redraw was like perfect for this because Usagi's expression has a mix of surprise, a little sadness, and maybe some confusion. It's pretty complex when you try and break it down. when you redraw it, you have to actively think about how to communicate this, sort of abstract emotion to your viewer. Like, what subtle tweaks in the eyebrows, the mouths, the angle of the head, making that feel clear in the screen cap. Looking at how the screen cap achieved it is a fantastic way to practice pushing emotion in your character's art even moving forward. Of course, when you're doing a redraw of a screenshot, you don't have to pick this like one single frame. Hell, it doesn't even need to be an animation either. You can pick like a live action movie instead. Honestly, that could be a whole lot of fun right there. Pick your favorite screen cap from like a movie and then try and do your own thing with it. My last tidbit for you is part of the social media game is to share your work. It's easier to get people to see fan art since the algorithm might, show it to people who like that source of, the screen cap. And if this is a redraw challenge, you see other people doing it and then you use that challenge's hashtags. If you were like the creator that started the challenge, I'm sure you'd want to see it. I mean, hell, I want to see it, so, tag me or whatever. I'll check it out. I always like seeing other people's artwork. Why not start your own redraw challenge? Then that could be really fun too. Well, that's about it for me. The Sailor Moon redraw challenge might have come and gone, but that doesn't mean you still can't get some value out of it. And I can just be, fun challenge for you to participate in. Well guys, I'm Dane. Please like, follow, and let me know if you were part of the trend, or plan on giving it a shot now, or whatever you're working on. Let's talk about it. And I'll see you guys next time.